Welcome to the tutorial room. Select a topic you would like. Chapter 8, Introduction to Section 8.7, Equations. In this section, we'll introduce you to the real purpose of algebra, using equations to solve problems. You'll learn what an algebraic statement is, as well as definitions of different kinds of statements, including true and false statements, equations, identities, and formulas. You'll find out what linear equations are, and begin the process of learning how to solve them. Example 8.7.1. Here are some statements. Click on each one to learn more. In algebra, a statement is two expressions joined by an equal sign. If the expression on the left side of the equal sign equals the expression on the right side of the equal sign, it's a true statement. If both sides of the statement are not equal, it's a false statement. There are three kinds of true statements: equations, formulas, and identities. True statements may contain variables represented by letters of the alphabet. Click on the three boxes below to learn more about it. An identity is a statement that's true for any and all values of the variable. A formula is a special type of equation using symbols and multiple variables to describe a rule or a relationship that's always true between different things. We use a formula to calculate the value of an unknown variable when we know the values of the other variables. When a statement is true for some but not all of the values substituted for the variable, it's called an equation. Sometimes a variable in an equation is called an unknown because the value that makes the statement true is unknown. Since the left side of the statement equals the right side, this is a true statement. Since the left side of the statement does not equal the right side, this is a false statement. This statement is an equation since it's true when the value of x equals 6 and false for any other value of x. No matter what value we substitute for x, this statement is true, so it's an identity. This equation describes the relationship between speed, distance, and time. If we know the distance traveled and the time it took to travel, we can calculate the speed. Linear equations. A linear equation is an equation where each term has just one variable, and the power of the variable is always 1. In this course, we'll limit our study to linear equations containing a single variable. Here are some examples of different kinds of equations. Linear equations, 1 variable. Linear equations, 2 variables. Non-linear equations. Finding the values for the variables that make an equation a true statement is called solving the equation. The values that we find are called the roots, or the solution sets, of the equation. We can also say these values satisfy the equation. Linear equations have exactly one root, or solution. Example 8.7.2. Solve the equation 5 minus x equals 2. To solve this equation, we ask ourselves the question 5 minus what number equals 2? Since 5 minus 3 equals 2, x equals 3 is the solution set or root of this equation. There are no other values which satisfy this equation. Example 8.7.3. Determine whether 5 satisfies the equation 2 times x plus 4 equals 14. If we substitute 5 for x, 2 times x plus 4 equals 14. 2 times 5 plus 4 equals 14. Replace x with 5. 10 plus 4 equals 14. 14 equals 14. Since 14 equals 14, x equals 5 is a solution for the equation. There are no other values which satisfy this equation. Now try some practices. Excellent job. Yes, you are right. Excellent job. Section